So when it comes to AEW overall, and AEW is honestly just a wrestling show, okay? And I think we've all known that by now when it comes to AEW and how the shows are booked, how the shows are presented to us. I personally haven't catched up on Dynamite or Collision. Um, I've only watched some clips, right, to see what's going on. I mean, when it pertains to the main event scene, right? I've seen the Adam Copeland, Christian Cage stuff, the Samoa Joe and, Swerve Strickland. Um, and, some of the stuff that the Young Bucks are doing. But you look at AEW right now, they're not trying to really sell tickets. Okay. They're not trying to draw in a massive audience. And this comes down to what Tony Khan sees in AEW in the long term, right? His vision for it. And it's just nonstop 5-star dream matches every single week. Most of these matches have no stock behind it. Okay. Some of these dream matches, fantasy booking matches, have no story behind it. On Dynamite, Collision, you get a whole bunch of exhibition matches that ultimately lead nowhere. They have no payoff. There's no reason as to why that these two guys are wrestling. Okay. There is no background history between why this match is taking place. AEW is just a wrestling show, an indie upgraded wrestling show. Most of these wrestlers, when they face to the hard camera, they're really facing a half an empty arena. They're looking at no one, essentially. Now, as a wrestler in AEW, that has to be very discouraging. That looks very bad. We've seen some pictures. Okay, we've seen some photos of those notoriously half empty arenas. So the wrestler has their back turned from the audience that is present, and they're just facing completely no one. They're just facing seats. That's all they're facing. And it looks very bad for AEW to be in that state to where they cannot draw a full arena. They cannot get a full house like they used to.